Hey there, M-Sheps, Fem-Sheps, they, them Sheps. Um, Forgive the weird setting. I was kind of out running an errand, and I felt compelled to stop and just make this little video just to let me talk to you for a minute. Uh, and it's about one of the old interests that I've kind of been rekindling recently. And I feel like I don't talk enough about what's got me so hell-bent on revisiting a lot of this. I've kind of spoken of it in very personal terms, but nothing real specific. Well, this one means a lot to me. For those I've been watching, I have picked up the bass, as I've been trying to do kind of off and on for about the last year or two. And I have a goal for it, and that is I want to learn 10 songs over the next year. And by December 2025, I want to put together a YouTube album of play along bass covers. And sorry, my jaw's a little stiff today. And I got to thinking about that, and I realized I have not played a full song on any musical instrument in 24, soon to be 25 years. My junior year at Jeff City High School was the last time. This is back when I still played alto, tenor, and bari saxophone. And I sometimes say that the joy of music kind of got beaten out of me. And maybe that's a little too visceral. But I wanted to kind of explain what that meant a little bit in kind of the off chance that maybe somebody else might relate. And maybe this might kind of reach out to them a little bit. But I played saxophone for 6 years, from sixth grade, clear back in Mitchell, South Dakota, had Mitchell Middle School with Mr. Peckus and Mrs. Van Gorp, and took that all the way up to my junior year of high school at Jefferson City High School here in Missouri, under Steve Eubank, Sean Abel, Doug Gilliland, Mr. Sestak, the drumline instructor. And I think the big difference was my 4 years in Mitchell. Yes, we all had top spots in band that we competed for. And yeah, things sometimes got a little bit cutthroat with those rivalries. But competition was never the thing. From, you know, Mr. Peckus and Mrs. Van Gorp all the way up to Mr. Barons in high school. There was always a vibe that it was more than anything else about the love of music. And it was driven by exploring that and growing through that. And yeah, we competed. Yeah, we wanted our band to win all the prizes, the hardware, the recognition. That was great. But it never felt like that was the fuel on the fire. Like that was the only thing that was keeping it burning. Fast forward, and for my junior year, I moved to Jefferson City, Missouri, Jeff City High School. And things went okay at first, but after a while, the whole thing was, it quit feeling like fun. Because the emphasis always felt like it was on competition, recognition, hardware, accolades. And it didn't get to me at first, but after a while, I'm a competitive person, but I'm competitive in that my goal for anything I do is I want to improve as much as I possibly can while still having a good time and still feeling fulfilled. It's never been necessarily strictly about winning, losing, awards, ranks, things like that. But after a while, it started to feel like that was the only thing anyone focused on, and it started to burn me out. I didn't want to practice. I didn't want to rehearse. There was no enjoyment in any of it for me. And so senior year comes around, Jeff City High School moves to block scheduling. My guidance counselor informs me, knowing that my obsession for about 3 years had been wanting to also excel in journalism and eventually go to the University of Missouri to study at their J school. She informs me that with the way block scheduling is going to work, there's just going to be no feasible way that I can do marching band, which was required for me to do concert band, and also devote the time that I needed to being on the editorial board of the newspaper. And at the time, I just I had felt so little joy every time I picked up a saxophone that my decision was pretty much instantaneous. And it's, well, sorry, but band's going to go. So I'm not going to be going to college to be a musician. I'm not going to be a music major. I've wanted nothing but to be a journalist most of my life. And so that's what I'm doing. But I only kind of felt so sorry about it because, yeah, I had lost sight entirely by that point of what made music worth making. But now, every time I pick up the bass, I'm still giving myself little challenges. I'm still giving myself goals. But I'm rediscovering that fascination with music's universal language and its expression, and hearing so many of my favorite songs in whole new ways, listening to them on different levels, and feeling that drive again to want to become part of that. And that's why, December 2025, I want to take it further than I ever have, and that is I want to learn to make a YouTube cover video. And I'm just saying, there's always an excuse not to do something. But you've also got to be wary of making sure that you're doing it for the right reasons, too. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about a lot of this. All right, enough for me. Love you. I'm going to go get a hot dog. See you later.